Okay, so this video is all about FireBase versus GitHub. So FireBase has FireBase Studio, it has FireBase console, and then when you're inside Studio you've got this deploying code and everything. And you can see here, setting up the workspace, I'm already bored. Now, why would you have FireBase? FireBase gives you full stack, which what I understand is you can have people logging in. This is for free, okay, because everything I do is for free. So you can have people logging in, saving their scores, getting information and what have you. So the coding that I've done does not have that. I am just doing things that might save in the browser. There's all your code here, all right, and then over here's your AI assistant. Now for your AI assistant, it's honestly so bad that I found that it was better not to use it and to just use outside of it. Sometimes it had its uses, to be fair, and sometimes it was good, but some of the things it mucked up was just so bad. But the whole issue with the FireBase is a Google product and it's free. And you could theoretically have full stack, meaning the front end, the back end, and Google would do the security. However, for teachers, I really do not think that it is a good idea for us to be collecting data on students in any manner outside of the school system. In fact, it's probably unethical to do so. Certainly you could get yourself in a lot of hot water. So I feel way more comfortable just having, if you like, the front end. So any of this sort of stuff, it's not saving anything. But you can save things. So like for this checklist, I can reset all, okay, and there I've cleared it. And then if I do that, I come back, the tick's still there. I've got little things here. So you can save stuff to the browser, then you don't have any information on the student. For my students, I got them to copy, screen capture, and then create their own record of learning, so that if they got things 100% correct, or which they always do with my code because it just keeps correcting you till you've got it right, they would store that image as a record of their learning and do reflections and things. And I gave them tools to reflect with. So I can even show you that, should you want. So I think maybe if we go here and we go here, where they had a learning log generator, which they would fill in and generate the log and copy the log, and they would post that, put that onto their learning log. So that means students were holding their own information, which seemed much better than the teacher trying to. So all of these sorts of things were all about the student doing the activity and screenshotting it. So he mongarongo ki te whenua, ki roto ki tēnā o mātou. He honore, he karoria ki te atua, hangai te ata he nā kouhou, he whakaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. So they would screenshot that bit and talk about their learning. And notice it's actually gone in order now after doing it, not the order that I put it in. Anyhow, that's we're off topic. So the topic is, you actually don't need FireBase because you actually shouldn't be saving stuff in the cloud about your students. That the student's data belongs with the student or the school. Therefore, you can put the code simply on GitHub, because with GitHub, if we go here, there we go, GitHub stores your code beautifully and deploys it for you, like automatically. Once you've set it up, you make a change, it deploys it with the change. It takes less than a minute. So it's way easier, way less complicated. And for me, there's a clarity of no matter what the data is, even if it's playing a game, I've no business storing the data. I don't even want to worry about storing it anonymously. It is just better for me if I don't go there. Much easier, it's always going to be free. This sort of code doesn't take up much space. There's always somewhere you can deploy it for free. So, what was my point? My point is, forget FireBase, you don't need it. It's not, it's a lot more complicated because it does a lot more. But as teachers, we don't have to do more. All we need is this instant kind of tool that we can just chuck onto Google Classroom or the OLE or the school learning management system, and the students can do it, and then it's their job to collect the evidence of doing it, or you can look over their shoulder, or whichever. It's really good for classroom management to have these sorts of tools for the students who are struggling, because instead of feeling overwhelmed and their behaviour goes south, they actually have something to start with. So maybe before you're watching the video or before you are reading the thing, they could do a quick activity that gets them familiar with the language, and also test prior knowledge at the same time. So GitHub all the way. It is like the biggest code repository. It is used by real-world programmers. It's a really good place to have code, because if you muck stuff up, you can actually go back to a previous version. Your index means that you can catalogue your resources when you make them, so they're easy for you to find. And of course, just get started. All right, it's messy, it's not going to be perfect. You've started with nothing, you've nothing to lose. But once you get kind of quick at this, it's quite transformational in the power that you've got in the classroom. So I look at it this way. When I started teaching, I came from an IT background, and I walked into schools where they'd only just got computers. They were basically, some teachers were learning to type, learning to email. I feel like this is that again. The same kind of situation, and teachers just do it, they learn it. So by the end of 2026, maybe 50% of teachers might be doing a bit of VibeCoding, but at the moment it's probably less than 1%, to be fair. Anyway, school holidays, time to have a play, no pressure, create rubbish code, don't create perfect code, start somewhere, get the structure, so you've got your index and you've got your code. You know how to copy code. So think about learning how to code, not your product at the moment, and then refine the product. And yeah, you might get frustrated. I think of it as Candy Crush. Some levels, you get through kind of by magic and it all works, and other times with the randomness, like a level takes a long time. Some days your vibe coding will just like be instantly successful within minutes, and you go wow. And then another day, working with AI, you're like, are you brain dead? What's going on here? You're not listening. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but that's what vibe coding is. So if in doubt, if you're having trouble with one, like Gemini's not playing up, then try Grok. If Grok's playing up, try ChatGPT. If ChatGPT's, you'll find other ones, and you'll find someone behaves out of all of them. It is random because it's the shifting sands at the moment, but I tell you what, it's pretty satisfying when you've got something so pretty, and this is just didn't take me long, and I mean it's not work for me. It's kind of just playing and experimenting, and I feel like this looks prettier than this. And it's just, I feel like it's not necessarily me and getting better at prompting. It's that perhaps the AIs are getting better at coding. Maybe they know me and I've trained them to make things look pretty and asked it for it to look pretty. But you can save a lot of time by grabbing my code. All right, right? Because I have spent quite a few hours playing. So all my code's there for free. Don't credit me, grab it, steal it, change it up. And because you change it up and there'll be like, I don't want to know. Anyway, kia pai tō rā.